So let's talk about college apps. So basically you spent the last 3 years of your high school career preparing to submit your college app, and you played some kind of sport, you volunteered somewhere that sounded impressive, you tried to play an instrument, you were on class leadership, and you hated every minute of it. And of course you did your best to take all of those AP classes and try to get all A's, and you tried your best not to let all the stress from all the homework and all the hard classes to just come down on you. So basically you just the last 3 years of your high school to get into the college that you think is the right fit. Or you actually put in the work, so you can now give yourself a pat on the shoulder and tell yourself good job. So basically for the last month you've told yourself how you're not going to wait till the last minute to apply for college, and here we are. And you're wondering why you're procrastinating on this when you didn't procrastinate for the last 3 years prepping for this moment. You're actually probably wondering, am I actually going to get into my dream school? Am I going to get into the school that I want to go to? And I don't have the best answer for that. I'm not psychic, I can't tell the future, and I'm not a college admissions counselor person. So I can't actually accept or deny your application. But what I can tell you is what I experienced and my understanding of this whole process, and it's not as bad as it might seem. So a little background, I applied to 10 colleges within the United States. I was denied from 5 of them, and I got into 5. So 50%, you know. My top 4 schools were Stanford, Cal, MIT, and Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and I got denied from all of them. And that was rough. But what I came to realize was that was their loss, not mine. I started to realize that it really didn't matter which college I ended up at. I was going to shape my experience there. And so, you know, as long as I found things that I enjoyed and that I worked hard and I didn't wait till the last minute to do things, actually I'm still doing that. This video would have been more ideal on November 1st and not November 29th. So scratch that last one. But I knew that wherever I went to college, it was going to be a fun experience and that I would make the best out of it because I was the one going. It wasn't about which college it was about them. I was doing my hardest to actually participate in the college experience and have a really good time. So what's this all have to do with the college apps? So this really, I feel like applies mostly when you're applying to schools that they're asking for a personal statement. And the way this is that when you're writing those personal statements, you're gonna write about, you know, how you volunteered somewhere, or how you were your star on the varsity sports team. But so is like every other kid. What I realized was that you need to write about something that makes you unique. What makes you you? You know, I'm not saying that you need some crazy unique story about how you single-handedly fought off like 10 goblins and was like a master archer by the time you were 12. Like, maybe, that'd be really cool. I wish I was that. But I think more ideally what I'm saying is, you know, find the things that actually are very you and very personable and that makes you unique, significant, even if it's just to yourself. If you're going to talk about volunteering somewhere, talk about why you volunteered there and why that was personal and significant to you. If you're going to talk about how you started a club at your school, talk about, you know, some unexpected impact or how you changed someone's life because of it. And if you didn't, maybe you find something else to talk about, or you talk about how it bonded your friends together. Something like that could just be as significant as talking about how you were some great star on some sports team. And hey, maybe your life was changed by some crazy event. You know, one of my friends sailed around the world when he was like 12, and that like completely changed his life, and he had this great thing to write about that really stood out. You know, not a lot of people get to say, oh yeah, I sailed around the world when I was like 12 years old. Like, what? So what I'm trying to say is, you know, when you're writing these essays, especially if you're writing them at the last minute and you're really racking your brain and you're like, I don't know what to write, I'm just going to write about whatever. Just write about you. You're going to get a much more convincing essay out of that, and something that people are going to actually want to take the time to read. I mean, they have to read like 60,000 papers, so after a while they're probably not going to care about the 3rd or 4th varsity sports star. The other thing that I'd recommend is that no matter what school you end up going to, you're going to have an experience that's unique to you, and that I think as long as you put in the effort, that you're going to actually really enjoy. You know, Davis was my 7th or 8th college on my list, and I love it here. I absolutely am having the best time I could be having, and I think that's really important to realize, is that just because you don't get into school that you really, really wanted to go to doesn't mean the school that you're going to go to isn't good and that you aren't going to be a great person there. So I would definitely encourage you to remember that, you know, college is going to help you grow, but you get to shape who you are. And the college isn't going to change who you are as much as you are going to impact that. So what's the whole truth about this college app thing then? Honestly, what it is that your college app is only as good as you believe it is. If you believe in who you are and you believe in your college app, then honestly, regardless of what schools deny you, that's going to be their loss. And the school that you end up going to, you're going to believe in yourself so much that honestly, you're going to shape yourself there. And it doesn't really matter if you ended up at Harvard, at UC Berkeley, or at a CSU. In the end, what it matters is that you go into your college with the attitude that you believe in yourself and that you know that you're going to do a good job. And hey, you're going to struggle. It's going to be a new experience. But honestly, college is an amazing time. And limiting yourself by saying, I have to get to this one college, it's not going to help. I know I really wanted to go to one of those top 4 schools on my list, and look where I am. I'm here at Davis, and I absolutely would not trade it for the world. So good luck to those who are applying for colleges currently and those that already have done for this year. And let me know in the comments which colleges you guys are applying to and if UC Davis is on that list. And as always, don't forget to be awesome.